To access CIM at a program level, you can utilize the link provided here in this Faculty Resources page. Otherwise, navigate to your MyBTC page, locate the Faculty Quick Links card, and click on CIM Programs. You can search for a given program with its program number, but as is shown, if you don't know the exact program number, you can type 526 with an asterisk, and CIM will find everything that starts, ends, and contains that series of numbers. When you locate the program file and click on it, note that you can see the history of changes for this file. This program file is also currently in workflow, so you can see its workflow status. As it's approved, it will be highlighted in green. The burnt orange color will represent where it's currently at within the approval process. We're also able to see the last date of approval and the last date that this file was edited. Changes here, shown below, will be in green as things are added and in red as things are taken away or deleted. However, let's find a different program file that we can edit and make changes to since this one is currently in workflow. Once locating the file, click on Edit Program. As is shown, fields that are highlighted in red are required to be filled out before the changes can be saved and submitted to the workflow. If the box is in gray or shaded, then changes are not able to be made. The effective academic year will always be for the following, not current academic year. There are several important fields to consider when editing a program description, such as the rationale for the proposal, the program outcomes, and the program description, which will be shown in the catalog. Thinking through this information entered here will help to streamline the CIM approval process. This Human Resources program shows an example of how supporting data could help identify the drive for the change to the program. Up above in the rationale for the proposal, a previous change shows that it was driven by state alignment. Later on, in additional information, they've also described how an attachment will help to further explain the change. Attaching files can be very beneficial. One of the last and most important areas of a program file is to consider the study grid or academic plan. Mapping out program courses and requirements can help to ensure that all areas have been thought out with potential impacts to things such as other departments like gen eds or students and how they're going to enroll, the time that it's going to take, and the cost that it's going to be for them in order to complete this program. Even one change to a prerequisite of one given course can change this entire academic plan for a given program. To make modifications to this academic plan, double-click on the table shown in the Plan of Study grid. Navigate to the semester where the change is being made. You have to first click on a given course and then use the arrows to add them to the correct semester or take them away from the semester that you would like. For example, if mathematical reasoning were being taken away, I would select it and click the left arrow to move it back over. But if I wanted to add Intro to Adobe Illustrator, I would highlight that and then use the right arrow to add it to this semester. If you're coming across any issues or errors with this can be done manually as well. I could directly type and manually enter the CRN to add a given course, and I could also manually enter the amount of credits if for some reason that default information was not working for me. I would click OK to save my changes here. Finally, there are two last checkboxes at the very bottom of every CIM file that are especially important to consider. It's important to talk to your program's advisor about proposing any changes, especially major ones, because it may impact the way that they would advise their students. Finally, there is no bridge to WIDS where it will update unless manually entered by the user. So this is your only reminder. Whether you want to make the change in WIDS prior to the approval process or at the very end of the process, make sure that you try to remember to do so. Saving changes will only be for you to come back to it later and edit. No one in the CIM cycle will see them unless you do the Save and Start Workflow button.